Every day after school, Emily walks home along a quiet street lined with trees. It's a familiar route, but today feels different. A chill runs down her spine as she senses someone watching her. As she walks, Emily notices a figure trailing her at a distance. She quickens her pace, glancing back, but the figure seems to disappear whenever she looks. Doubts creep in, but she brushes it off as her imagination. The sound of footsteps echoes behind her. She stops and listens, heart racing. The footsteps stop too, creating an eerie silence. Conflicted, she decides to continue walking, but her anxiety grows. Turning a corner, she spots the figure again, closer this time. A man in a dark hoodie stands at the edge of the sidewalk, watching her intently. Panic surges as she realizes she's not alone. Fear takes over, and Emily decides to run. She glances back to see the figure start moving toward her. Her heart races as she navigates through the darkening streets, adrenaline pumping. She spots a nearby convenience store and races inside, breathless and terrified. The cashier notices her panic and asks if she's okay. Emily feels a moment of relief, but knows she can't stay forever. As she catches her breath, Emily peeks outside. The figure stands across the street, watching. Fear grips her again as she realizes he's been waiting for her. The store feels like a fragile shield. Time passes slowly. Emily debates whether to call her parents or wait for the figure to leave. She knows she can't stay in the store indefinitely. Her mind races with what to do next. Gathering her courage, Emily decides to make a run for it. She watches the figure closely, waiting for the right moment to dash out and head towards home. Her heart pounds in anticipation. She bursts out of the store, heart racing, and runs down the street. Emily doesn't look back, focusing on getting home. The figure starts following her again, but she pushes herself to go faster. Turning a corner, she trips and falls. Panic surges as she hears the footsteps getting closer. With sheer will, she scrambles to her feet and keeps running, adrenaline masking her pain. Finally, she sees her house in the distance. With renewed energy, she races toward it. The figure seems to hesitate, lingering at the corner, but she pushes herself harder, desperate for safety. She reaches her front door and fumbles with the keys, her hands trembling. Once inside, she locks the door and leans against it, breathless. The sense of relief washes over her, but she's still shaken. After catching her breath, she tells her parents what happened. They call the police, who patrol the area. Emily realizes the figure was likely watching her every day, making her feel unsafe in her own neighborhood. Though the incident shakes her, Emily learns to trust her instincts. She decides to take a different route home and never walks alone after school again. The experience leaves her cautious but stronger,